to Jumbo News Global Recap with me, Tracy Wamboy. Let's take a look at what's been happening through the week. A woman was killed and a man seriously injured in an axe attack at the University of Warsaw on May 8, 2025. A 22-year-old Polish man has been arrested in connection with the incident, which the university has described as a huge tragedy. Both victims were staff members. The woman was a faculty member and the man worked in security. The attack occurred around 1840 local time when the attacker entered a college auditorium. The motive for the attack remains unclear. In response, the university rector announced a day of mourning and expressed condolences to the victims' families. Local reports indicate that the assailant was a third-year law student. Dozens of pro-Palestinian protesters were arrested at Columbia University after occupying Butler Library on May 8, 2025. The protest led to injuries among two security officers and prompted University President Claire Shipman to describe the actions as outrageous. Over 70 protesters were reportedly arrested, with many identified as non-students. Videos showed protesters vandalizing bookshelves with slogans like "Free Palestine" during a standoff with police. Shipman requested NYPD assistance, marking the first such call since April 2024. The protest comes amid ongoing tensions regarding university responses to allegations of anti-Semitism, with President Donald Trump threatening funding cuts. The incident highlights the university's contentious climate surrounding pro-Palestinian activism. In a groundbreaking use of artificial intelligence, the family of Chris Pelkey, who was shot in a road rage incident 3 years ago, created an AI-rendered video of him delivering a victim impact statement at his killer's sentencing. Using recordings and images of Pelkey, his family aimed to convey his forgiving nature. In the video, Pelkey expressed remorse over their encounter. The technology was utilized during the sentencing of Gabriel Hokastis, who was sentenced to 10.5 years for manslaughter. While the judge appreciated the unique approach, experts remain divided on the ethical implications of using AI in legal contexts, raising concerns about the authenticity of victim representation. Pelkey's sister emphasized their responsible use of the technology, viewing it as a means to honor her brother's legacy. 3 former police officers were acquitted of murder charges in the fatal beating of Tyre Nichols during a traffic stop in Memphis in 2023. Tadarius Bin, Demetrius Halley, and Justice Smith Jr. were found not guilty of all charges, including second-degree murder. Nichols died 3 days after the incident due to blunt force trauma. While the state trial ended with acquittals, the officers have been convicted of separate federal charges and face significant prison time. The verdict has sparked outrage from Nichols' family and advocates, who called it a devastating miscarriage of justice. Global leaders are urging restraint amid escalating tensions between India and Pakistan following India's missile strikes on sites in Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. The strikes were a response to a militant attack in India's administered Kashmir that killed 25 Indians and 1 Nepali, with India accusing Pakistan of supporting the attackers, a claim Pakistan denies. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres and UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy have called for de-escalation and direct dialogue. The situation has drawn international concern, with reports of civilian casualties on both sides. Iran has offered to mediate, emphasizing the urgent need for diplomatic solutions to avoid further conflict. Let's break down the happenings of that day in details. On May 7, 2025, India conducted military strikes on multiple sites in Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir, marking a significant escalation in tensions between the two countries. The operation, named Operation Sindoor, was a direct response to a militant attack that occurred on April 22nd in Pahalgam, India's administered Kashmir, which resulted in the deaths of 25 Indians and one Nepali national. The strikes come amid heightened tensions following the April attack, which was the deadliest on civilians in the region in 2 decades. Survivors of the attack indicated that the militants specifically targeted Hindu men. This incident reignited anger in India, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi vowing to pursue the attackers relentlessly. Indian authorities alleged that 2 of the attackers were Pakistani nationals, further straining relations between the two countries. On May 7, 2025, a massive Ukrainian drone attack disrupted air travel across Russia, leaving around 60,000 passengers stranded at airports, including Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Sochi. The Russian Defense Ministry reported shooting down 524 drones, marking a record number, but did not report any casualties from the attacks. Meanwhile, a separate Russian drone and missile strike in Kyiv killed 2 people, further escalating tensions. These events coincided with a self-declared 3-day ceasefire by Russia ahead of Victory Day parade on May 9th, which Ukraine dismissed as insincere. US Vice President J.D. Vance emphasized the need for dialogue between the nations, highlighting the ongoing conflict's impact on both travel and international relations. Thank you for tuning in to Jumbo News Global Recap with me, Tracy Wamboy. Till next time, stay safe, stay engaged, and stay informed.